I'm at 3939 Glenmore Avenue, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for any structural issues, root intrusion, anything that may be of concern to the buyer. We're going through a cast iron stack here. You can see there's starting to get some rust through here on the outside. Going in here, there was a PVC stack and a cast iron PVC clean out and a cast iron stack. And I expect this to be cast iron under the floor. And then once it gets out past the edge of the street, it should turn to clay, but it looks like it is clay almost immediately, so that's good. I may end up having to put a standoff on the camera here. Pushing through some stuff, so I'm going to try to go out and see if I can see what's going on here. Looks like we have a blockage. Partial blockage here. It's about 23 feet. I'm going to try to go out. Hopefully we can see what's going on the way back. I'm going to try to run some water in the stationary tub here so we can clear the line a little bit. Pulling back through here to see what all I can see. I think we did have until I poked a hole in the soft clog here. So I'm trying to see if we can get this. This looks like grease or just a soft clog that is a buildup of toilet paper and other stuff here. He said he had it cleaned recently. I was told that he had a little bit of roots, but since I can't see anything at this point to tell what was holding on to the junk, see, this is holding a good deal of water. Problem is I don't know if this that's coming in behind it. If the water is coming in behind it or past this point right now, I'm just trying to clear some of this stuff out of here because you can see as soon as I pull my camera back through it, it's falling closed. So push all the way out, I guess. And get something here. So this has a whole house trap. Looks like I made it through the other side of it. But I don't know if I can get it to go through the rest of the pipe, or I'm just going to hit the top of it. Okay, perfect. I was able to get it to go through the trap. So we're going to be able to inspect it. Doesn't happen a whole lot. So I'm going to go all the way out to the street, and then I'm going to pull back. Actually, here's a clean out. Looks like possibly a couple of clean outs. Try to do is go all the way to the main, and then I will pull back. I will turn the water off and I'll pull back and see if I can get all this stuff cleared out of this line. That way I can inspect better on the way back. Kind of chaotic right now on the screen, but it may actually be all the way out into the main right now, but it looks like a very large pipe. So I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to go locate. I'm at 100 feet. I should be well past it. So I'm going to go locate this spot and see where we are. Okay, so I verified I am all the way out in the main. I did find a clean out. Well, I'm actually I'm about in the manhole. So, I'm going to pull back and then shut the water off. And what we're hoping for is that I'm going to pull back up into the tap now that the camera lenses are rinsed off. Just kind of should be making a turn here shortly and going up into the main. There we go. So now I'm in the lateral. I'm going to try to wait for this water to dissipate. Let the remainder of water that was in there from that sink trying to run out. Should slow down and stop. And then we'll pull back and hopefully we can see a little bit better, because there's no way of me putting a standoff on this camera and getting it through that whole house trap. See it pretty good here. structurally, this is looking pretty good. A little bit of flashes here. There we go. That's what we want to see. That was just the connection there. We are sitting in the clean out. There's an MSD clean out right here in the front yard. We're hoping we can see. There you go. That was installed by the sewer district of Cincinnati. And it just gives access both upstream and downstream to be able to clean the pipe. So that would be a good access point, since there's a whole house trap. That'd be a good access point to clean the line if it ever does become clogged on the outside. It prevents you from having to go through the the trap from the inside here. And there we go. There was what looks like there's a hole in the pipe right there, right above the camera. So I'm going to go out and locate this spot and locate the whole house trap here. So I'm going to pause the video again and go get a locate. Okay, so this is right inside the bush. I marked it with a green, bit of green paint. You can see it right there. Very top right hand. See that spot? There we go. It's a pretty good spot. It's not causing an issue right now. I did tell her to maintenance it to make sure that we're paying attention to it, because roots can get in, all that stuff. And I am back through the whole house trap. You can see there's the opening to it. And that is actually just behind that green mark, and it's on the outside of the house, not the inside, which is a little different. And it looks like there is a downspout, like right here on the outside, underneath the front porch. So there may be a hidden clean out underneath there also. And you can see that connection. Okay, so here's that spot. It looks like there was all that buildup. And there is an offset, but it's downstream. But I am going to make note of this at 25, 26 feet here. This should be monitored because it had a pretty big soft clog in it. Now once some water was run, it did punch out. Now I did disturb it with my camera, and so that could also be the reason why it unleashed once I ran some water. But there was a decent amount of grease and toilet paper and stuff built up in that area. So I'm going to recommend that this be looked at. You know, something you really want to pay attention to that spot. It was downstream, but you definitely want to make sure that you're only putting toilet paper. This line is really flat inside. It's not a ton, like I said, this lens is only a ½ inch off the bottom of the pipe. But you want to make sure that that line continually gets flushed. It just seems like a lot of grease. And possibly, I'm going to go take a look, but the washer and dryer looks like some drywall mud. Maybe that's what this was. Paint and drywall mud could have mixed in it and caused that problem, because there was a lot of white coating on the inside of that pipe. So we're just going to mention that. That section being downstream should not be holding anything, so it may have something to do with something that was put down there. Like I said, it could have had some drywall mud or something like that, or some stucco that was put down the line that hardened. Maybe some paint. Looks like there's possibly some screen printing or something going on down here. And so maybe it was some paint done in the thing. So there's other things. It didn't look like a spot that would normally cause a backup to me, but I will make note of it. And then structurally, the line looked pretty good, with the exception of that small hole in the top. And that, like I said, is not causing an issue now. I'm notifying the home buyer, and also notified them of the outside clean out from MSD, and notified them of the whole house trap, but they'll get a better idea of what that is when they watch this. So other than that, pretty minor things here, just something you want to monitor an old sewer like this and make sure, because right now it's flowing freely, but it wasn't when I started the inspection. So I'm just going to recommend that only put toilet paper and natural materials down there, no wet wipes. Those can cause backups because they do not break down like toilet paper does. And so just to prevent any further issues. But I think if you use this normally without having anything strange in there, and you put a filter on your washer discharge and all that this should flow pretty freely. You just want to obviously pay attention to that one spot. The whole house trap is something that also you should try to flush out every now and then. Usually a load of laundry or showers do that pretty well. But yeah, no large foreign materials, and you know, regular use should be okay. But that'll end the inspection at 3939 Glenmore Avenue in Cheviot, Ohio.